want to sort of give you a little background about where I'm coming from. My first study of transitions was 3,000 years ago when I was at Wayne State University. And I decided that I wanted to address the question, can adults change? Now, all of you who have significant others or are married always have the view that you can change the other person. Remember, you know, he has a few little problems, but I can change him. But I really wanted to look at the question of change, so I decided, this is back in the 60s, that I would look at all of the adult men, 35 and over, who were undergraduates at Wayne State University. There were 600 of them. We had no computers. I wrote individual letters to each one of them. I have become interested, fascinated with men like you. Well, people started calling me. And they said, nobody's ever paid attention to us at Wayne State before. We have to meet you. Well, I had a file cards of 600 men who thought I was terrific. And every time my husband got out of line, I just went to the next card. And I have been married for 46 years. Actually, I'm looking for some follow-up money. I need to do another study. I need to get another 600 men who think I'm wonderful. But that was my first study, and I wanted to see, I thought that this group of men, change was very difficult. They were traditional men. Their jobs were to take care of their wives and family. So if they were coming back to school, I wanted, like the janitor who wanted to become a teacher. I mean, the stories were incredible. But then I moved on, and I started studying geographical moving. And my first major transition study was really of geographical moving. And I compared people in the armed forces with just regular people. So I'm doing this study, and from this study I began to develop the transition model, which I will share with you today. So I'm interviewing somebody in the armed forces, and she said, I've moved 40 times, but I'm never doing it again. Well, we're now in the early 70s, and I was a feminist before Betty Friedan even wrote her book, and so was my husband. But I knew why she wouldn't move again, because I had my own bias on this interview, and of course it's that she believed in women's rights and so forth. However, I had been trained at Columbia Graduate School, Teachers College, that you really can't assume that you know what the other person is thinking. So I said to her, well, tell me a little bit why you won't move again. She said, I'm having an affair, and I'm not going to leave him. So much for my views on this. Well, then started a series of studies. I studied clerical workers dealing with work-life balance. I studied adult learners returning to school. I studied non-events, and I'll tell you about those in a little bit. I studied, my most recent 2 books have been on retirement, Retire Smart, Retire Happy, and Revitalizing Retirement. So, although people are now identifying me as a retirement guru, really that isn't accurate. Retirement is just another transition. What my life's work has been about is developing, refining, changing this model of transitions. And I think that, to me, if what I share with you has any value, it is that you can take this framework and somehow apply it to your clients. I mean, that's the bottom line, is can you use it?